We're in. Can everybody hear all right? Get the comments up on the right-hand side. I bet you didn't think we were going to turn up tonight, did you? Anyway, right, so I'll welcome. We've got Wally here, new guest, and obviously Gary, as per usual. So let's start off, obviously, where you now. I'm going to start off last night's game. We'll come to you first. Young'un, since you're new, what did you make of it? Did you watch it?
Poor.
Poor.
Poor. I'll ruin Wanda. Like, I don't know, like, I think they're going to turn against Ten Hag with a lot of them. I think that's sick of them. They trying to pick the bad apples out. Well, I think, well, enough, yeah. I think once they're torn, I don't know whether the players, if they're starting turning, because it's a results business, isn't it?
That's it.
If they don't play for Ten Hag, no matter if he's trying to weed the bad ones out, like that, they're going to turn on, they're going to say, wait, because you've got to be winning games.
They've done it where, like, Solskjaer, Mourinho.
Because they don't like the way it's gone. The players, they think, we're not having none of this. Because, like, Rashford again, like...
Absolute shit.
Oh, he was poor, wasn't he?
Aye. Everything that Newcastle done went down that left-hand side. And that Livermento, he was just overloaded. Where Gordon and Rashford's just trotting back.
But for the goal, what do you call him? I don't know how we pronounce his name. That Gordon got past.
You
think he was looking at his bank balance, wouldn't you? The cash machine.
Aye.
I'm having a look at my bank balance. He just gets straight by him, doesn't he? Though he just lets him run straight past him and thinking, I just need passion. I didn't think.
No.
Did he?
No, I was watching it. I thought of the same Man United team that turned up to Galatasaray through the week, even though we got beat. We beat Newcastle, and I know like people are probably going to say, "Wait, give our," but any decent team last night beat them lot 5-0.
It was like before they went out and thought, we're going to get beat here. We're going to get beat, or we'll get a draw. We'll be happy. That's Man United doing.
Man United, I know.
Isn't it?
It's mental for me. It's like because we went Everton obviously away last week and they were unreal. And like you can blame like games and like so many games, but the tunes are exactly the same. Maybe they've had 24 hours longer rest, but it doesn't really matter when you're on like an ultimate athlete. For me, no, it doesn't really matter. You should be ready. And I don't know how he keeps picking Rashford. Like
I didn't think he would. I don't think he should have started last night. Anthony had a good game in the week. He's probably his best game for Man United, and he should have been rewarded with a start because he's went from striker, he's went to the left. This is Rashford, and now he's on the right. Look, and then he's chucking his gloves away when he's getting brought off with a lip on. And then I don't know what he said, but he said something as he's went to sit down. And you're thinking, are you that? Is your head that far up your own backside that you actually think you're having a good game?
I think he does, though.
Does he? Does.
He does. I think
is that what he thinks?
Does.
Like, because he's coming off and he's like, he looks like shocked. Like, what? They're taking me off. And you're thinking, you shouldn't even be in the squad, mate.
You shouldn't.
He had a blip last season where something happened and everything he went in the net. Other than that, has he really done out?
Yeah.
No. Like you
not
burst
for me.
onto the scene.
I mean, if you're playing for Man United and you're playing in the Premier League, then the consistency is key, isn't it?
You've got to be consistent.
And he just hasn't got that. Same with Bruno for me. He's having one good game every now and then. I think bringing since Luke Shaw come back in, we look different. But then last night, like.
I mean, he gave the ball away, Luke Shaw, didn't he? He
gave the ball away for the goal, but still, he's the best player. Like
I thought him and Maguire again was solid.
Maguire was man of the match for me.
He was, like they were both really, really good.
I mean, you've got to give Livermento for the tune some credit. Like
hell of a player,
he is absolutely unbelievable.
Again, that's Rashford's man, one-on-one. Like everyone knows, if you're a winger, the only person you're tracking or thinking about is their fullback. It shouldn't be like. Don't look at it any other way. That fullback is your man.
He knew that. He had to mark him. He was having a hard day's graft. Right? And he just wanted the hard day's graft. He just wants to be on these little bit in the way in, doesn't he? But that Livermento, like.
And they knew that because they've done everything doing that left-hand side. Because they knew Rashford wouldn't come.
We're watching there. Shitty v Spurs. Spurs have just took the lead. Young Min Son. Up the Spurs. Come on. Yeah, we can't show you it because obviously it's well, legal matters, but we've got it on in the background here, and it's 1-0 Spurs, and there's an EVAR involved in this. So I'm scanning for a couple of comments here, and then we'll jump back onto the Toon menu because Canny bit to talk about. We've got Geordie Toon for life. We are here, so no tears, Melly. Yes, I hear you. Thank you very much for that. Billy Noble, evening, lads.
Evening.
Evening. Richie Morris, up the mags. Martin Gallen, oh, Anthony Gordon. Do you know what it is? Can you remember? I took you to Man U Everton. And he absolutely annihilated work. Can you remember? You would come away and you guys, who was that young'un? And it was Anthony Gordon. And like, he's showing it now, I think, and people were having a bit of conversation, and the what do you call it? And we were saying, how's Marcus Rashford getting in ahead of Anthony Gordon? And now we're Man United fans, we mean here, but
sticks by his players, don't he?
But that's what's not going to win without.
Oh, no, it's not, but that's what he does.
Anthony Gordon should be in that England squad on merit.
100%.
Doesn't matter who you play for. He should be called up to England.
I think he will be.
And Rashford should be dropped.
Aye.
Right, I'm right on that.
If that's aye.
But it should go on form.
Form?
Shouldn't it?
Aye.
100% go on form. But with Southgate, he sticks by them. Even if they're playing badly or whatever, he still picks them. He picks them. Look at Henderson. Do you think Henderson should be still in there?
Are you joking?
Exactly.
He's playing Sunday League football.
I know. I'm saying though.
In front of 650 people.
I know.
Like, no disrespect to Ashington because, I love Ashington, but they get more of their games than what his team does. And he's getting called up to play for England. It is rang, and it's not, at the end of the day, you've done what you've done, but you've took yourself away to the league for money, and you're still getting called up for England. That is not right, man.
Which you cannot blame him for. Like, if someone offered me 750
but surely, when you're making that decision, that you've got to understand that. Oh, it's ones each. Oh my God, they're never behind for long. Them City won, Spurs won. That's Haaland in the box here. Oh, somebody shot him. Somebody shot him from the crowd.
Fight.
Anyway, it's ones each. But I am getting back to England and who should be picked up and who shouldn't be picked up. Gordon should definitely be in that squad for me. And the ones who aren't doing enough, then they need to be dropped. But I think what he's feared about is if you bring a load of new players in,
it's gelling them, isn't it?
It's gelling them, innit? But what you do is then, don't you? You bring them in one by one, like you did with Bellingham. Brought Bellingham in, got him used to it, and that. New, he's undroppable. Bring Gordon in. You're not going to do much damage on a wing. You either have a good game or a shit game. It's as simple as that on the wing. You're not thinking in the game so much. I
think the way England's set up, so it's easier for Rashford to play for England. Whereas he doesn't have to run up. And that was another surprise yesterday. Why he set up with him playing there with that formation, because whereas England they'll maybe scan three centre halves or something with wing backs, or they'll have two holding midfielders which protect the wingers. Now Saka and Rashford, so the D have a bit more freedom to be lazy.
Aye.
I'm not saying that he should, because he shouldn't, but I think that's how he gets away with it more for England.
Anthony Gordon, he's not just scoring goals and creating goals, he's grafting.
Aye.
Since he went away to the Euros, since he got the lip on, got the lip on, went to the Euros, was the best player in the tournament. And since he's come back, he's you're thinking. But I was even seeing £40 million for him. I thought he wasn't any good. If you now thought he went to the Euros, no one you look and you think he was a cheap buy, wasn't he? Like 40 million quid.
I think he even said, didn't he, last season that he wasn't fit enough for Newcastle because they put him through the training and stuff. And I'm sure he come and said, I admit I wasn't fit enough to do what Eddie Howe wants them to do.
But you can see it's paying off now, can't you?
Because
when you watch them,
doing up.
But you're saying he's got 11 for them playing for, but it doesn't matter what 11 he puts in. They're all doing the same. I mean, I'm not trying to but I was in Gallen's box last night, and Sean Longstaff come in to tag him. We were talking for a bit, about with the tool and that, and he's got an injury and that, and but we said, and Gallen made a joke. He goes, "You not get back in, man. Lewis Miley's took your place," and he just started laughing, and he goes, "Well, he's so big, he's a good kid, 16, 17-year-old, but there's no kind of like
Animosity
competition,
between them.
animosity between
No,
the players.
there's not. They're allowed
And he was
together
just
rather
so
than-
relaxed. And he, you know, like he'd been along to Jacob Murphy's box and then come into ours to see little Melvin and that, you know, and he was mint crack. He was like tackling most new.
Just a normal bloke.
Just a normal kid.
But you know, with him,
It was
I
done well.
think they're a different team with him in on them.
Longstaff, all right?
Now,
You wouldn't have
not
said
being
that.
like a household name.
You wouldn't have said that last year.
No, not being a household
Maybe
name.
the year before,
I
like
think
they were
he got
trying to
his
off.
chance, didn't he?
So I even said to him, you know, when he come in, I goes, "Oh, Melvin, look," I says, "This was nearly Scott McTominay." He nearly killed, didn't he? And you know what it is, you know, like I can remember being on a podcast with Steve Rafe, and like they have a lot of Toon fans then were saying the same as like what we say with Scott McTominay.
Nice. Crap.
He's no good.
Aye.
Crap.
He's no good.
Well, Adam says Scott's crap because he gives 100%, but he's just, you know, he just hasn't got the full
He's come
package.
on since me and you went to watch him, and you nearly went away, didn't he? To get rid of him, but this season he gets in the position to score goals.
But that's what he is, isn't he?
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's a shot taker.
Aye.
Whereas a lot of one midfield will not.
No.
They
Well, he has
want to
good,
pass
doesn't
it
he?
sideways. He's driving forward all the
He
time.
does. It's different this season,
Aye.
him, like, definitely.
And I think Sean does quite similar to
Similar,
Newcastle. You know, like he'll break and then somebody will sit. Bruno will sit. And opposite, you know, like whereas us, we've just got we're sitting central midfielders, and they'll not really push. It's all left to Bruno or Scott McTominay, and I just, you know, I'll just do a couple of more comments because they're coming in there, flying in here. So I think this is what Billy Youngin is saying. Hi, Dad. Geordie Toon for life. Miley 1, Menu 0.
Nah.
I've got to disagree with that. Like Geordie Toon for life. I think Miley was good, but I didn't think he had a game where you could say he absolutely disgraced
Manu. And I thought Manu, he still came in, he picked the ball up,
He's a good
he
player.
turned
He's a
it,
mint player.
and he was passing it up, but he wasn't scared to get on the ball.
Yeah,
I can't remember making like a mistake when he was doing that. So I didn't think it was a game where it was like Miley against Manu.
No,
definitely not.
No, I think the game was running like we've already touched on it in a total different part of the game. But one player, when we were talking before there, who I reckon's turned a massive corner for Newcastle is Lascelles.
Lascelles.
Like he was doing a note, wasn't he? He was doing a note when Sven Botman and Shaw started playing well. He looks a good player again.
It's easy. He's captain now. Eddie Howe's he's never played. He never played for the Toon for. It's been a long time.
And
he's
kind of
brought him back in.
And he said, you know, people have said, oh, you should get. No, he's not done anywhere. He's the club captain, and he's like, he has played.
Looks solid.
He does.
He looks solid, doesn't he?
Aye.
Miley 1, Menu 0. Why not likely? Billy Noah. Question, lads. Surely players would rather play than just train. Thoughts?
Like again, where we've just touched there, like even coming from Sean Longstaff, he's just touched on it there, isn't he? He says even when he's not playing, it's about being there, being ready.
Aye.
And the coach breathes that into them. He puts that into them to tell them, like, look, like you'll get your chance. There'll be injuries. We're playing a lot of competitions. You will get your chance. So I think like if as long as you're getting minutes here and there, I disagree. Like because they're playing a lot of games now, aren't they?
A lot of games.
And the Toons doing to their bare bones, and then obviously they lost Nick Pope last night. So I haven't heard how long he's going to be out for.
What happened there?
Wait, I went running in the box accusing him of cheating, and then like I went 5 minutes there. I went out and he's still doing. He's coming off his shoulder, so he's obviously when he's dived. I thought he was wasting time.
Aye.
As a player, you're out for a couple of months, aren't you?
Aye.
As a
goalie, that's what you're using, aren't you?
It's got to be.
But I mean, the Toons got good backup keepers.
Aye.
So you know that'll not really be a massive. But again, it's like it's another injury for them. Leanne Dixon, Rashford brought nothing to the game, then said, for fuck's sake, to the other player when he sat down, the game changed when he came off the pitch. I think she's right.
Aye, I think we did play better when he came off.
I think she's right. It's Leanne Dixon, and it's just, I'm sure it's Barnes, but she's never changed her name. I know one.
I know, I feel it.
Billy Noble, the reason it wasn't 5-0 is the NUFC players have played too many minutes due to injuries. Well, Billy, it was kind of the same for both teams, wasn't it? It was we're in a crisis with injuries and all, as are you Newcastle. Probably not as bad as Newcastle, but Newcastle's just got that togetherness, haven't they? And Manchester United, I thought we'd getting it back last week. I was thinking we're gonna have a title charge.
It's just work rate, man. It's
Yeah, but you know what it is, though?
lazy, aren't
The
they?
bottom teams, Man United, they are right. It's when they come up against.
They've
Have
never won
good
an
teams.
away game
Aye. They just
against
seem to like not be
a
bothered.
top team in
Aye.
nearly 2 years.
They never lost one, Wally.
Aye.
I know.
They
Like, they
didn't
just
lose
be-
one.
I
They
know.
never
Again.
finished outside the top
Huh?
4.
You know,
So what's the problem?
Eh?
What's the problem? Because
It's
if we
'cause-
can rewind back to when Ollie got sacked,
Well, it was
Like
the same players turning the back on them, wasn't it?
aye,
That's what
You cannot polish your turds, can you?
Aye.
yeah,
You
No.
cannot polish your turds. You can
No.
keep telling yourself that, oh, it'll be better with a new manager. It'll be better with a new manager.
Who was
And
him
with-
that come in before him? Was that
Ragnick.
Ralph Ragnick.
Aye.
Afterwards.
Didn't he come in and like see?
He's a director
he
of
said he
football,
was
though.
truthful, though,
Isn't he?
wasn't
He's
he?
not a
But
he's not a manager.
truthful about
He was
the
truthful,
state of the
like,
club and what
aye.
they were like. and
Need
what the
open
players-
heart surgery.
Aye,
That's what he said about
said,
it.
didn't he? He said,
And he's
well,
not lying.
No, he's been true. He's been true.
Is
Like.
he not just getting Austria or someone to their first Euros?
I don't know where he went.
Sure, he's a national coach.
Sure, he did.
But he
You got
was
your
on-
phone,
he
just check.
He told the truth, didn't he?
Oh,
When you look at
aye.
it now, like, and the one happy there.
But that's
wasn't
why
when
he was
come
brought in.
Aye.
That's why he was brought in,
Brought in.
and an ex-player wasn't given the job at the end of the season.
Aye.
They wanted him to come in and then gone back to them with an explanation of why Manchester United are so poor. So that's exactly what he did. And you know what they did?
Took
They
9
sacked,
of them.
no, they sacked him.
Aye, they
He
sacked
was
them.
supposed to come in and help Ten Hag,
Aye.
but they sacked him before he got the chance to do it.
Understand
They didn't want to hear it. They didn't
No,
want to
didn't
hear
wanna
it
hear
because
it.
it's going to cost them millions of pounds, and that's not what they want to do.
Not the Glazers.
The Glazers didn't want to be
No.
doing that.
He's
So-
currently the manager
Well, you
of
think they should
Austria.
cash in then,
Has
shouldn't
it?
they?
Austria's manager.
Austria's qualified for the
Yeah.
Euros.
He's their manager.
Aye. I tell you what to do while you're on your phone, and we'll a bit crack for once we've gone through the rest of the scores from yesterday and today. We will have a look at the Euro draw and then the FA Cup draw. Right, Martin Gallen, were Man United that bad, or were the tune just that good? We didn't give you the. Oh, sorry, were Man United that bad, or were the tune just that good? So they didn't give us a chance to play.
Nah, I think we had plenty of the ball, didn't we?
Who?
Man United would give it away way too sloppy for me. Like, I mean, if you think back to like in the first half, and there was a good bit of play at the back. I think it was Shaw, and he plays it into Bruno, and Bruno plays it back. And I was like, that's crap. And I didn't realise it wasn't playing it in the feet of someone. He was playing it in behind. And Garnacho, he does Trippier. His first touch there, though, it's got to be across the defender.
Aye.
He kept like on the left-hand side of him the whole way. It kept outside of him. As soon as he cuts inside there onto his right foot, Trippier can't touch him.
Aye.
But he kept it, and he got wider and wider and wider. And then he had a shot. I mean, the keeper made a decent save, but you fancied him to put up 1-0 up there, like I thought.
I know. I know.
And then things like that change games, gives you a little bit more confidence.
Aye.
But,
You
I
gotta-
mean, Newcastle were good.
I
That's
think
it.
the midfield, the Toons midfield
Was better.
standing one.
I think Joe Linton won every
Oh,
first
oh.
ball, and then the second ball he won an out.
Aye.
Even if it was a 50-50, he won the second one.
wasn't he?
But it just
Aye.
goes to show that, doesn't it? If a manager puts confidence in you,
Aye, 'cause
how
what-
much he can change.
here's
Because
another one on his
he was
wheel,
playing
wasn't
up front, wasn't he?
40 million
Aye.
flop they were
Flop,
calling him.
Aye.
40 million flop.
And then Steve Bruce put him back in the mid.
Oh.
They've gone mental in here,
Aye.
knew. Steve Bruce didn't run. Who's Eddie? Yeah, you're right. So let's move on. Spurs 1-0 at City. 6 minutes. It's ones each, Jordy. And it's that's 20 minutes gone, mate. It looks like Ten Hag has lost Rashford and Martial. It will filter through the squad. I just want to have a quick say on that before you have a say on that. I don't know why he started Martial last night.
No.
He's 2 paces off the game at the minute for me. You need to bet him back in, and Højlund causes them problems, and he makes them play balls because he never stops, and he's so strong on the ball, he can hold it up, and he gives something different. If you put him in the starting lineup, Newcastle have a different kind of game plan, but because it was Martial, the
But now they
fault.
can play
You
out
know
the
what
back.
it is?
Play at the
with
back.
him, that's
The
like
mannequin,
I all
he's
know
crap.
about. You brought him in, right? And in the box, he'll score goals for Fulham. But it's the service. You've got to get him the service.
Aye.
And he's putting him in. Anthony's putting in. He never crosses it. Luke Shaw probably coming back would be a good thing. But
Aye.
I think if he can
I think if
service him in the
Luke
box,
Shaw's left back last night, then Højlund
he will
starts,
score
but
goals.
because he was
Aye.
starting left centre back,
He's got knee
there was
service.
going to be knee service, so it was going to have to be
He's having
in,
to, like, come
hold
back.
up, playing behind, but they just couldn't get rid of it.
He's having to take
took-
all the walk, isn't he? That him up front. He's like, instead
Aye.
of just sitting waiting on the crosses coming in to score goals,
Aye.
which he's good at, he's having to drop back deep. He's having to like get the ball and It's just
Gallen
me,
said to
but
me, he was
me.
watching that last night, and he says, "You know what? Both teams are missing here, and Andy Cole, you know, like a proper striker, a proper striker there last night, and there's 4 or 5 goals in that game. There is for both teams, like because none of them's got really a striker who you know, Isaac's more of a winger, I would say. You put Isaac on the wing, he'll cause people problems. You know, like Hoyland's a striker.
Done well with him last night. Like.
Maguire was man of the match for me, you know, for Man United anyway. You know, like
I don't think Delo's a left back. Like
he's not a right back, he's not a left back, he's not a centre back.
He's full of mistakes, like little passes here and there. In Bruno now, like last night, there was a couple on the edge of the box, and he's trying like little passes inside, and you're thinking that pass is never even on.
Let's talk about that actually. You know, the Bruno challenge. Who was it that went in on him?
Yeah, Shaw. Straight red if that's Casemiro.
It's a red, isn't it?
Aye.
It's a red card. You can.
We couldn't see it from the gods, like, but
you can mistake me here, like if I'm wrong, but I didn't even think they went in on it. VAR.
Didn't even look at it.
Nah. Then when you look back the day, because when he went doing, I was going, "Get up, man! You soft little shit." You're always going doing looking for fouls. But then when I went into the box, they've got the replay on. I was like, "It's a red card."
See, that's what it is with VAR.
It's a red card.
Oh,
he stamps on his ankle. It's a red card. That happens, and it changes the game. So it's all about again. You know, like what happens in the game.
VAR's got to be every decision. It cannot just be pick and choose
what it is.
You're looking at or not. It's like every decision has got to be looked at.
I'm surprised they didn't, because normally they would. Normally they would look at that.
That's the problem, though. They're looking at some, but not the others.
It's because it's Michael Oliver's.
Wait, that's the second time this season on Bruno, though, because he should have. Romero should have been sent off doing the Spurs.
Who?
Romero should have been sent for the exact same thing.
Aye.
Come on, that was Michael Oliver.
Billy Barnes, do you think the penalty for Chelsea was actually a penalty? Did you watch it?
I was taking Travis, yeah.
Oh, you're not seeing it?
I missed it.
And that, it wasn't even on telly, was it?
I had it. I had it on.
Ah, right.
I didn't have
had it on telly text.
David McNeil. David McNeil, this is a new comment forward. Toon fan here. Good luck with the new show, Melly and boys. Thanks very much. Billy Noble. Son does the running for Bruno. Son, you must mean either Sean or it is Sean. It's got to be Sean. You just put it the and the U mixed up. Sean does the running for Bruno. I think you might be right. Grant Broughton, what was the score last night like? Grant was wooing. They were loving it. Tinkers. Have you got the heating off? The heating's on, mate, Sam, but it's just still cold. I told Ollie to bring the
what is that?
We can't put that on. It's a fan, man.
We
need the oil-filled radiator that was in the box. We can't put that on.
You're not put the electric on a Sunday, man.
We'll be warm tomorrow.
The lights.
Anyone seen Hasbullah? He's gone quiet. That's what he calls Melvin. Still a bed. Geordie, Man U. The midfield is not balanced. It's no wonder teams are having so many shots at goal. It needs discipline, which is missing at Man United. Couldn't agree more with you, mate, to be honest with you. Sparky D, I'm a Toon fan, but thought Rashford and Martial were a disgrace last night. Sparky, we've just been on about that, mate, and you're right. I mean, Martial, it's very rare that he actually does, but Rashford, you might get one good game out of 5. You know, if he turns up, then he's unplayable, you know, like when he gets at defenders. But you can tell, I said to the lads last night on the way out, in the first 5 minutes, I'll be able to tell you if we're going to win, lose, or draw. And he asked us after 5 minutes, and I says, it's hard to tell, but then after 10 minutes, I knew we were gonna lose, or we were gonna grind a 0-0 draw. That's what I was hoping for. Because we could play for 3 weeks, and we'll not score.
I thought we'd nick the. I thought we'd nick the point. Like,
did he?
Oh, aye.
I was devastated. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Rashford would be better suited moving to Saudi Arabia. Stephen Coxon, AG, Anthony Gordon, Billy Noble, dislocated shoulder.
Oh, is that what happened?
He's got a beautiful land.
He's in for the season, isn't he? Now
Ramsdale at the tour.
Aye. Ramsdale?
Aye,
you reckon? He got back in, didn't he, at Arsenal?
No, he was on the bench again at the weekend.
Was he?
Aye. I think he's number 2, him, no, 100%.
Has he been playing him in the Champions League or something?
No, I think he's not been playing just in the cup game or like
that? All right. He had a good season, didn't he, last season?
I thought he was the weak link. I think that's why I dropped him. Aye.
Who?
Arsenal, Ramsdale. I thought he was the weak link.
Pour myself another coffee.
Aye, sure.
Neither than here.
Aye. Right. Stephen Coxon. All right, lads. Hope you're feeling a bit better after the battering yesterday. You know, it was 1-0, but it felt like a battering. It did to me. Like, I was, we didn't get in the game. We didn't show up.
Didn't.
And like I say, you know, I've Newcastle, I've got a striker yesterday. It's 4-5 now.
I'd have missed a couple of easy chances, like scraped them wide and that, and that one off the
Just
bar.
seemed to be-
Yeah, it was a good free kick. That
It was. It seemed to be all the tune when he got that free kick. I says 1-0, yeah. And he hit the bar. I just looked straight at the referee because they think they're straight away. Didn't they look at the watch? And if they just continue, you know, it's not our. But it's a problem that, like, it's when he gets a free kick on the edge. It's like a penalty, isn't it, for most teams? When Trippier, he's clever result. Misses the target.
On target, isn't it?
It's like, what do you call him?
Beckham.
Beckham. One day, James Ward-Prowse, you know, like he's
the same Hall.
Aye, there were the tears. Jesus. Wouldn't do that.
Way to go.
That's the thing. Like, we're going into games new, not expecting to win. We often travel to games and we're like, I don't fancy
that's
it.
bad for you, isn't it?
Unreal.
No, Man United.
Aye, but like,
not expecting to
since
win.
we've been taking our kids like to the games and stuff, like we haven't really like won out. We're not expected like to win.
Yeah, for the last decade, we've sat through Van Gaal, who was like playing. He would kick it off. You'd go back to the midfielders back to defenders back to the goalkeeper, and then the goalkeeper will put it over the stadium
It's
to
like
him in the car park.
You think about it though, all
like
the managers you've had through the door, right?
It's
like, to me, somebody's got to be sitting back and saying it's got to be like it's got to be the club itself. It can't just, all these top managers can't just go through the door and just not get anywhere. I'll be the managers.
I didn't think we wanted Wood Workhorse, like, did he? I don't think he was top of his list. Was
he wanted Frankie de Jong, didn't he? It's a difference in what he's getting to what he wanted. And you know,
that would be handing the ball. Anthony probably could have bought him.
Nobody wanted Anthony at the beginning of the window.
When he was 40 million.
He was 40 million. And the Sears,
and they waited. And
then he went to 85
when they're now you're desperate. When they're now you're desperate, they'll say, you can have him. But he's 85 million.
No, because we can't replace him. And they're like, done.
Still.
Idiots.
Just that's where the tune's good on there, because
that's where that is the difference,
and they'll not get above it. They're like, no, even though they have got the money,
but they've got players at that club now who want to play for the club. Man United's got players there who are quite clearly there just for the money,
for the wages,
and
you can't get rid of them.
You cannot get rid of them.
No,
you're not going to leave. Somebody's giving you 400 grand a week. No, I'm staying here. Rashford was the same, man. He got his new contract, and that was it.
Well, he played
went off the boil,
didn't he?
He played for his contract, then went off the boil,
wasn't he? Before his contract was signed.
If he wants to get into PSG, or if they want him, I would drive him there myself.
Well, now I would help you. And I'm not even a Man U supporter.
Right, let's have a look at these messages. Alfie Dobson. Alfie, all right, mate. Until you get Ten Hag out, you will never be on the same level as Newcastle, Melly lad. Alfie, man. I wish I never put that comment up. Let me tell you, we ain't going to win the Champions League.
Champions League winners nearly too
listen, you know what it is with Ten Hag? So many messages all and they hit the nail on the head, I thought, right? He's excellent with youth players, but he doesn't know how to manage over egos, multi-millionaires.
Top players.
No, not top players.
Top players.
Not top players.
Like people who think they're at the top.
Overpaid. Because he's trying. He got rid of Ronaldo. He's dropped Sancho. He even like with Rashford the other week, he dropped him with the squad, and I thought that would have been enough for Rashford to come back. Because if you're getting dropped and you're a top player, right, and then you get brought, you're sitting on the bench and you see the team perform better. You've got to think, I've got it all today here. For me, he's got to be dropped on Wednesday night.
But instead, they go out and feed stuff into the press and saying, we want, they'll make stories up to get in, and then again against the manager. And then you hear stories start to come out through Twitter and journalism, and they'll go, the players that don't want to work for Ten Hag anymore, or he's leaving, they're going to get him sacked.
I'll sack all the players, mate, before I sack Ten Hag.
That's the problem, though. It's not that's what I'd say. It's the players' problem. When he can change team tap, and you get on that grass, it's the living on the grass that do the business.
But but
when they didn't like what he's doing.
2-1.
Do you know what I mean? They're gonna turn against him, and it'll be him that gets the boot. The players, like
I don't think they can afford to sack him.
Oh,
I don't think they can. I think he's literally there because if this takeover happens, I think he's stuck there. Wait, he's not gonna say I'm leaving, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be honest. But I think he's there until something happens. But I think Sancho's gone. I think Rashford will probably be the next because I don't think he'll put up with chucking the gloves and spitting, like, you know. You kind of put up with that. Not when there's someone coming on and he's playing better than you.
Aye.
Fair enough if you're bringing someone on and they're like doing the same.
But like Rashford is just because he thinks he's secure and
thinks he's
the man,
he's
sitting on the bench. Whatever, he can get in the team. There's nobody who can take his position, so he can do what he wants. That's what he thinks. And Ten Hag might be doing his thing, but they've all got the lip on because when they're going on the pitch, you can tell they're not playing for him. They're just playing for themselves. They're not even playing for themselves. Half of them.
No.
You know what I mean? So
read one more comment and then I'm going to hit the adverts because we are 34 minutes through already, believe it or not, lads. Stephen Coxon, how is Eric Ten Hag going to solve the attitude issues in that squad? They are definitely players not playing for him and didn't play for other managers too. It's like watching us pre-takeover. So I think we answered that really, Stephen, with what we've just mentioned. But
I think it'll take a couple more windows. Like, we knew that it wasn't going to be a quick fix. There was only one of his signings in the team last night.
Who? Eric's.
That's because of like injuries or whatever, and that was the goalkeeper. Which speaks volumes. I mean, because obviously, like Sir Anthony, and he hasn't like been fit or he's had stuff going on. We'd say what's been accused of and what Hoyland obviously was injured. I mean, like Leanne said before, the game changed when he got his players to come on. I think if you put Martinez back in there, frees Luke Shaw up again at left back, I think we're a total different team. We are a better team, and we're a better team with Casemiro in. And I think if you can get Casemiro and Manu to play next to each other, I think like they'll complement each other.
So like Casemiro, but is Casemiro, it's like, how long has he got left in him, Casemiro? You know?
I think you'll get another season out of him. Aye. And I think like you want Manu playing with him because you'll bring him on. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think we'll be better when we'll get like a couple more players back. But it's injuries again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Right, we're gonna hit the adverts. I want to see if this works this time. These carpets and beds. Laying our reputation one recommendation at a time. You can find us at 63 Station Road in Ashington, Northumberland, just over the station bridge near the council offices. Email sales@mellysbedsandcarpets.co.uk or call 01670 632216. We're also on Facebook. The best quality around at the cheapest prices. JB Glazing and Joinery Limited from Ashington and Northumberland, with serving all the surrounding areas, covering all aspects of double glazing, warm roofs and joinery. Call Gary during working hours on 07825 160 777, or you can find them on Trustpilot, where you'll find JB Glazing and Joinery with 5-star reviews. A1 Fire Stopping and Drilling Service, who specialise in installation and maintenance of passive fire protection, fire stopping and thermal insulation systems. You can email your query to martin@a1firestop.co.uk or call during work hours 07751 429 045. A1 Fire Stopping Services. Ashington Properties, whose company mission is to create high-quality homes for the local people of Northumberland, and whose values are transparency, trust and loyalty. You can email them at ashingtonproperties@gmail.com or call during working hours to 07985 203 094. And finally, if you're wanting to look sharp, Musk Cuts down in Newbiggin, a top-class barber. You can call them on 07519 07787. Always look your best when you get cut off Muzz.
Trap between me legs.
Oh, we're back. Right then, we'll just flick quick through the comments quickly, and then we're gonna get on to the results from yesterday in the day. Obviously, there's still a game being played now, but Geordie Tune for life. Yes, Austria have qualified. Cheers for that, Mara. I can't believe Liverpool came back 4-3 against Fulham. Never can. That's the Scousers all hour. To be honest, that's your Billy. Courtney Barnes. Hi, Dad. It's Melvin. Hello, Melvin. Bill Richardson, a regular on the bus on the Berwick branch.
All right, Phil.
All right, Phil says, Melly, do you think it's getting to the point with Rashford and Martial where they need to be sold in the summer? I think we've just covered that, Phil, and I think it is.
January.
There's other players out there that really want to play for Manchester United and give their all. And at the minute, they didn't, mate, so it's time to go.
He's out of contract anyway, I think.
Who?
Martial.
Is he?
Aye.
So he's
come
away,
the summer, aye. He hasn't been off on a new one.
Katie Cupcake. Oi, oi, Melly. Oi, oi, Katie.
Katie Cupcake.
Don't worry, lads. Workhorse will be back in January.
Yes.
Aaron Longstaff. Aaron, get us shared on your site, mate. He's got 350,000 subscribers.
Man.
He just messages out the blue, you know. Aaron, and he says, "Oh, I'm on YouTube, like, you know, like just like that." I was like, "Oh, you're saying this? Saying this? What do you call it?" So I went on 350,000 subscribers. I was like, "Just kept that quiet. Tell them that we're on the podcast, and probably we will, Josh, probably." Billy Noble. I think Isaac is carrying a knock as he never once sprinted, which usually he's good at. Could be right. Because he is like, he's normally all over the pitch. Garnacho was mint last night. Katie, I think he was probably one of the 3 players that was half decent and was trying his best.
He doesn't hold it up very well, though.
Yeah.
No.
There was 2 or 3 times where Trippier come in behind for the goal, I think it was. Like when the ball comes in, Garnacho tries to get it. Trippier comes in the back and wins that ball. And he's another one, like, for me, and he's mint going forward, but he needs to up his game coming back. Like, he doesn't run back.
Leanne Dixon, the ref ignored a lot last night. Aye. It's because he's Michael Oliver's best mate, Leanne, that's why. Ethan, just putting it bluntly here, we played shite yesterday. Hey, I love these comments. Aaron again, do you lads think Ten Hag got his team selection wrong last night?
Yes.
Good question.
Yes. I would have started with Hoyland and I would have started with Anthony.
Aye.
Like we said before.
Aye.
1,000,000%.
What do you start with Anthony?
Aye, because he was good through the week.
Anthony.
Aye, because he's in the Europe shop window, isn't he? Yeah. The Premier League, he just doesn't want to know. He's like,
no. Obviously, Brazil's not. Well, they'll be in the AFCON, are they?
All right.
Don't know.
Oh no.
African Cup Nations.
No.
What's the other one?
It's like Cameroon and that, isn't it? Hey, listen, I never portray to be very intelligent. I'm just here for the crack.
They can have something like that, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Some sort of.
Aye,
Copa America.
That's it, Copa America.
It's not this year, though, is it?
Eh?
It's not this year, is it? You never know. Ramsdale only played as they were playing the other keeper's parent team, so he couldn't play.
All right.
Raya couldn't play against his parent club, Brentford, hence why Ramsdale was in goal, but Raya's back in goal yesterday. It's a shame. I know you're saying he's a weak link, but
He cost them the league, him.
You reckon?
Aye, 100%.
Nah, I just think they bottled it. I just didn't think they had it in me.
Good goalie.
Arsenal's always been the same, haven't they? Arsene Wenger days. But of late, the butlers, you know, like they'll get so far and then
some of the things he did last season, you know, in the league, it cost them points.
Aye.
Ramsdale, he did. I'm telling you.
Not to do with like Jack getting sent off every other game and that. JT Dunk, are you alright, mate? Alright, lads, how we doing? Sporting your hat this time, Melly. Aye, because it's numb. Look at Wally, man, he's freezing. With Wilson on the pitch, it would have been 3 or 4 last night, no doubt. Yeah?
No. Well, yeah, now you're saying they were missing a striker, but
is Wilson the striker?
Wilson, may not like
championship striker, isn't he?
Championship at the best.
He's a good championship striker. But you want to, you know, like Premier League, you've got the likes of Haaland and
I've seen
you know,
miss some.
Maybe if they had Wilson and they had 12 men. They don't. But who are you playing Wilson in front of? Are you taking Isaac out?
No, neither.
You're not. Know what I mean? Who you can't play them and Wilson. Which one are you taking out? So then you're losing someone else, aren't you?
Aye.
And I think he got his team selection done to a T. But
Definitely.
ran the midfield.
But Isaac would play as long as he's fit. He's in, isn't he? Because he's probably one of the.
He's a threat.
For the tour, he's probably one of the best strikers we've had for a long time, isn't he?
I was saying last night, years ago, Man United would have seen him and they would have went straight in.
For him.
I will have him.
Yep. Like Andy Cole and that. And, I mean, Shearer was going to join Man United, but obviously the two enough had more money. Otherwise, he would have joined Man United. Martin Gallen, Leanne Dixon, put your dummy back in, man. It was out after the 3-0 and back out now. Melvin said, Ten Hag bought an honour because he used to coach him. Did he?
Aye.
At Ajax?
Aye. You know him?
Hey, he's Melvin. He's got good football intelligence.
I'm saying you know him that or not. Every club he's been in has been a top club.
Aye, and this is what I was saying the other night, wasn't it? I was saying, like, his flair has getting him these top clubs. But he doesn't know the basics, like stopping it, you know, like.
Well, was that different? It was AC Milan or Inter Milan? I think it was Inter Milan. He was outstanding.
He was in the Champions League final, wasn't he? You know, like,
I think against City won it.
Bad mistake the other night, though, wasn't it?
Longstaff, Man United can't get rid of the English players because they are at full capacity with foreign players. Think if they got rid of Rashford, they will have to replace him with another English player. Have you got to have so many, like?
I used to be back in the day.
Used to, but I think that went out the window, didn't it?
I'm sure it did.
I'm not too sure.
Well, that's plenty of good English new, like, isn't that?
You would replace them with.
Oh, definitely. Leanne's retaliated at Gallen. I didn't spit my dummy with Gallen. I just speak the truth. Newcastle deserved to win that game. We literally played defence, and that's the only reason he's won 1-0 and not 8-0. It's good banter, this. I hope Sancho's in black and white in January.
Take him.
Eh?
Who wants him?
Shit, take your father's beer of him. Jesus.
Sancho.
That's why they bought Mount, Aaron says.
Why is he not getting game time?
Mount.
He's injured.
Is he injured?
But even when he wasn't, Ten Hag saying, like, you've got to work your way back into the squad. He had his chance. He got injured. Somebody else come in. But he's saying that, and then they're not.
You know what I think?
I think if he's given time,
I think he'll end up, if he gets to the level he needs to be at. I think he could push Bruno at the team.
He's got the hallowed.
Because he's good enough to, if he gets his form, if he gets to that level, because Bruno Fernandes
he's just steady and all, isn't he?
Mistakes.
He's not in the ref's faces. He's not looking for fouls. He's not like,
he's got
he can pass the ball. He can create.
He
scores. Like, I can't wait to get his chance.
He's got the hallowed number now, hasn't he? What's his number? For Man United.
7.
Exactly, that's the hallowed. It's the number 1 shot, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Back in the day, if you got the number 7 at Man United, you were.
Paul Smith, Melly, do you sell oilcloth flooring, the cheap stuff? How much for 5 before? Give us a ring tomorrow on 01670 632216. We'll get it sorted for you. The Gentle Giant, Ari lads, it's Walton here. Hello, Walton, mate. How you doing? You gonna go and walk with Gary or what? Watched the match last night. You couldn't fault Newcastle, he says. But notice that Rashford and Martial was absolutely shocking. We've covered that. Absolutely correct, mate. And he also says that Luke Shaw was one of the best players. We've got Murphy UK. Cheers for the shout out, Melly pal. Free haircuts for life. Cheers. Cheers, Muzz. I'm not take you long, kid. Toon says Jackson Cursop.
He's a Liverpool fan?
Who?
Jackson?
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Hey. How do you delete him? Best reaction, yeah, tech him, lol. Tom Heaton never gets a game and is better than an honour.
Totally agree. I've said that before when he got injured, and I says, well, Tom Heaton's better than both of them.
Aye.
Should have been brought in. Totally agree, aye.
Aye.
I didn't know, so I couldn't say no.
What, Tom Heaton?
I didn't know.
Right then, so we're going to move on now, folks, and we are going to talk about the scores. So, Youngin, see if that board will come off that wall and bring it over here, man.
Yes.
Aye.
Keep a hold.
Can you put it up?
No, Gary did, so it'll be up properly. Just put it in front of you, sit it on your knee.
Sit on your knee.
Sit it on, aye. Aye. So, me and Gary had predicted results. Gary got the results up on your phone there, mate. So, for the first game, Youngin, take it run that way a bit.
What, this way?
That way. No, like pull your left hand down. Aye.
Like that way.
And then along. Hold on a minute, folks. Jesus.
Take the blind leading the blind.
Put it there.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, you had this and this. Because we're going to need the points in that.
How
right?
are them?
So, Arsenal, I went 3-1, you went 2-1. What was just write the result next to it, Gary?
2-1.
Was it 2-1?
Yeah. 3 points.
Go on then, 2.
What, 3 for
3
me?
for you, aye, and I get 1 because I got the right. I predicted Arsenal would win. Brentford and Luton, ones
Brentford,
each.
Luton. He went 1-1. It was 3-1 to Brentford.
Oh, so you get a point and I get nil point.
Blip.
Yeah, Burnley, Sheffield United.
5-0 to Burnley.
Was it actually?
Sheffield United had a man sent off, but we're seeing how they struggled for goals, and then
Aye.
look,
Tell you,
funny
that's why I went
football,
for
innit?
3, aye. So I get a point, you get nil point.
Uh-huh.
And Forest and Everton.
Oh, I'll give me still 6
One
then.
out, Everton.
1-0 Everton.
I scored later
Nil
on.
point for Niels.
Nil. 1
Nil.
point.
Eh?
The one?
Oh, Everton, aye.
Oh,
aye.
well.
Turin United. Oh,
I should have been 1-1.
nil point. Nil point. For both of them. Bournemouth and Villa.
2-2.
2-2. Ooh.
Was it?
Aye, point for me. Nil point for you.
Bournemouth Villa, aye, 2-2. 1-0. Chelsea Brighton.
Oh, what did it finish?
3-2.
3-2.
Did they not get the penalty in the last minute?
No.
Brighton, they reckon it was handball.
Aye.
Was it?
Aye.
Well, you got a point and I didn't.
Bindabars, Fulham.
4-3.
4-3.
Both get a point.
Yeah. West Ham Palace. What did it finish?
1-1.
1-1. Oh, another point for Melly.
Okay, no.
Get in.
Starting
Nil
strong there,
point.
Gary,
And then shitty Spurs. Obviously, I'm not going to get it. Oh, mate, because of the draw, then I get it.
Aye.
All right, so we'll let it come back for that. But so far, I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Gary is on 3,
6.
4, 6. Eh?
6 apiece.
6, 6.
6-6.
6, 6. We'll update this and we'll get the new fixtures put on.
Done it?
Aye.
Yep.
Hire
that's
on,
it.
young'un.
Didn't
So
try and put it back
Let me
up.
just quickly go through them. And, in fact, do you want to go through or should we keep that for Thursday night? We'll keep it for Thursday night. We'll go through the results and we'll predict the results. Because I want to talk about the FA Cup draw.
Oh.
Manchester United, first off, have gotten, because we all know who's Newcastle's drew, and we're going to go in depth on that. But Man United have gotten that first away cup game in 3 seasons.
Hi, I now about it.
Aye, away to Wigan. So, we've been drawn at home for every single game. We've never had an away game. And
Being relentless, travelling backwards and forwards, wasn't it?
it's just mental. It's like,
It's nice to get a break.
aye. Last season, it was like Tuesday, Sunday.
You can't
Wednesday.
It's still a canny trek, isn't it, to go and watch them?
Aye,
Even if it's home.
aye, but
Innit?
like
No,
us,
I mean, that's what I mean. The home fixture, because
every game's an away game for us, apart from last night.
Last
It was mint. I got picked up at 5 o'clock, away through, and I was home for 11 o'clock. It was, that's my home game. Is the two and away. Every game's an away game for us, but we love it. And like I say to you, it's a break, isn't it? Because obviously we're constant, we're flat out, day in, day out. You've got to have
work.
Aye, you've got to have that day off where you're gonna go away, And I'm pleased we're getting Wigan because we'll get 7 fools and tickets for that away, and
Wigan, aye, and I'll be there.
And then
Just complaining there.
who Liverpool get?
No, he watched it dry yet.
Are you not?
No.
You see, he says he's a Liverpool fan. He's
I
shit.
didn't even watch it dry, man.
Supported the two
Oh,
when
no,
I
'cause
was
you watched
young.
the Chelsea game.
Then
I
Liverpool.
watched the
Then
Chelsea game.
Chelsea.
I'm sure Liverpool.
I'm sure you supported City a couple of years
Oh, okay,
ago.
say hello, man, will you?
I'm sure there was
Honestly.
Have a quick
I
look.
was watching the football with the bands, man.
I'm sure there was a big.
Who, Liverpool?
I'm not sure.
What phone you got? Gift card.
See that man, you know that.
iPhone in it.
Eh?
It's an iPhone in it.
Aye.
Say no more.
That's the make, man.
Say no more.
I'll quickly flick through these while we're having a look. Agreed, I wouldn't drop Isaac for Wilson, but if he'd been on the pitch in the
I can't
oppositions
see
that
it,
Isaac
I've
was,
got glasses.
he would have scored both of those easy chances.
Arsenal,
in my opinion,
Liverpool.
Mara. Arsenal, Liverpool.
I knew it was.
Arsenal's at home.
Aye.
Well, there's a big and damn straight out. I like seeing the big clubs get. Oh, Geordie Toon for Life's put it in Arsenal v Liverpool in the cup.
Oh, man.
Arsenal
But Duncan getting back to that, mate. You're right. He scores. He does score for fun, doesn't he? He's
Who? Sorry.
Wilson. He knows where the goal is.
He does.
He can score.
He does. He's just not mobile enough, is he? He's like.
I don't think he's.
If he had Isaac's mobility,
he's full of injuries as well. That's why.
I wouldn't pay the players good money for him when he first come, didn't they?
He done what they needed him to do was stability and score goals. You know what I mean? He is still doing it, but he's just.
Is he not getting a few this season?
He scores when he starts. You know,
or was he just on the bench?
If he starts, like if he's in that lineup.
So where was he last night? Was he on the bench or injured?
He's injured. I think he's injured. He's got to be injured because he's not even on the.
Was he not on the bench?
No, I didn't see him.
Clue.
We're not if you're playing an injured Isaac.
How much does it cost for an away ticket? For the Toon, you get them in the cereal boxes, Walton. You buy shredded wheat.
It's normally 30 quid in it.
30
quid for every away.
30 quid standard every away ticket. That's what the Premier League brought in, which is fair. Wilson's injured, said Geordie Toon for life. Do you have to enter a ballot, says Walton? Yep. You cannot sit in your couch for the away games. You've got to begin to I'm sure you've got to have points at the Toon now to even apply for it.
I've heard people saying already, I want a ticket for Sunday Newcastle. Like,
500 quid each.
Wake up. They've already got a massive following, Newcastle away. It's hard enough to get them as it is.
You're not getting that.
Trust us, anyone. If you want to, you're not getting one.
No. If you're paying $1,000, at least I think. My Shaney, obviously, I don't know what he knows, but just no chance. Nah.
Unless you come see Melly and give him $2,000.
My Shaney's got 2 season tickets.
She'll
$2,000. Come watch your Dad. Right. So, Geordie, buy your carpet off Melly. And you get 2 season tickets at Man U. You're joking. Oh, if we give our ticket up and we'll give it back to the club, you can guarantee within an hour you're going on manunited.com and our seat is on there in the £375 per seat. That's what they do. That honestly, mate, they're horrible, man. You know, when you come to us for the Carabao Cup, I'm sure the Toon paid about 40 quid, you know, for the away tickets.
Did they?
39, 40 quid. It's just that in general, you know, like it's 30 quid. But because like it's a cup game, they've used the loophole and they're charging an extra 9 and they're having to come doing through the week, book hotels, book trains.
So that Dortmund,
you know, like, it's shocking, man.
Newcastle 20 or something.
I got changed you to 20 quid.
In Germany, it's the same with the players now, you know. When the players come through like the ranks, like Worsley had Rashford or Sterling, maybe getting 100 grand a week, it's 17 year old. When you're playing for the Germany team, you know, even if you get in the first team, you want 2-3 grand a week. It's like they've got like a structure, you know, with their wages for the players
until they hit a certain
level, and then they can get not like Wars where he has 16, he has 100 grand a week. So,
spoil them
straight away.
But that's showing though, isn't it?
It does.
I said the other week we won the train back from an away game and bumped into Blackburn fans, didn't we? Blackburn won the Premier League, right? And they're a steady club, and they've got they've got a canny little ground, you know, like where you can get some good atmosphere going and that, and you know, and like the guy said to us, when the young'uns come through, they just pray that they're good because they might get 20 million for them.
He's just he was talking with someone actually, wasn't he?
Like a young'un there at the minute, he says we get 20-25 million for him. But this is how they're thinking. You know, like one division below the Premier League, like, we'll get 20-25 million. We'll be able to buy 8 players, 8 good players. And then you've got the Premier League clubs.
The club's massive, isn't it?
And they're paying 85 million for a player. They give him Rashford 400 grand a week. 400 grand a week. People have got to work 20 years, right, to get 400 grand. But they've got to live off that 400 grand. And then you've got Rashford getting 400 grand a week. And like, his mannerisms, like, oh.
That's why he ain't turning up though, because he's all busy thinking about spending the 400 grand.
But it's wrong,
isn't it?
It's wrong.
That's where your man manager
comes in, doesn't it? Not for me. You know, the quicker they bring in, you know, at the end of the game.
Cap.
Not just a cap. You know, like a rating 1 to 10. Bring in the rating. If you get 10, you get your wage. You get 9, you get 90% of your wage, and so on. If you get a 4 to 10, you're getting 40% of your wage. What a difference you would see in the Premier League. Because they would all want 100% of their wage, but they're not. They can play shit, play
Still
good,
get their
whatever,
money.
and they'll get that 400 grand a week, and it's rang, man.
It is rang.
And then on top of all that, the majority of them,
Goal
the,
bonus.
the, goal bonuses,
You get
signing on,
get game time now for a bonus just for being on the
brand
team.
new car, mortgage paid
That's
for.
I'm sure it was Harry Redknapp, and he I can't remember who he had signed. It was when he was at Portsmouth or something. And he had signed someone, and he says it in the Gans tournament. It was a strike, and he Gans. Oh, so do I get like what's my goal bonus and stuff like that? He Gans a goal bonus. He Gans a striker, man. He Gans and buying it to score goals. He's stupid. It's funny Harry Redknapp.
Oh, he was mint him like.
He was manager, wasn't he?
Even like like deadline day, you guarantee.
He
There was an interview coming.
Wingy. Good player, but I don't know why.
How he used to do the business on the transfer, didn't he? Like in the window and all that. He was just old fashioned, wasn't he?
Who's the kid that like went and started saying
That's what
Was it?
I was.
Peter Wingy.
Aye.
Was he playing
doing?
for the time at Aston Villa? Was he playing for Aston Villa?
No,
he went to Portsmouth.
I think he was at West Brom, and
Or
he was
somewhere
getting
like
to QPR, but that was when
Somewhere like
QPR got hammered for the money, won it, like, and then they end up getting like doing the league, so it was Harry Redknapp took over there. Yeah.
Dunk says Wilson's made of balsa wood, to be honest, and his legs have gone. If he had any of Isaac's other attributes, he'd be a £150 million striker. Geordie Toon for life. I do feel for the genuine Man U fans having the Glazers as owners. Thanks for that, mate, because it's very similar to when you had Ashley. I would think anyway of how we're feeling, of how you are feeling. And Martin Gallen, 39 quid United charged the Toon fans, 38 quid Chelsea, and we charge Man City 20 quid. Shocking.
Speaks volumes.
The hammering the fans. Tom Dixon, who's Man United got next? We've got Wigan away, Tom. Be a good game. It's a derby.
No. Like you like to see the lower leagues getting that money.
Do you know what? I was talking to someone last night, and I think this is a mint idea, right? You know when you saw like yesterday, 20 coaches come down from United, to in the park outside of St James's, and they used all of the pubs outside St James's. Why didn't they start? Like Ashton, Blythe, Spartans, and stuff. Why didn't they start going to towns like Ashton and Blythe? Different town, so on the day the Newcastle correspondents will get in touch with Manchester United correspondents and say, look, instead of coming into the town city centre, go into Blythe, and these pubs is designated, and put money into each local town. Same way like United, when they come to United, get into like the Eccles and stuff like that, and and put money into the surrounding areas, because there's some money getting spent on match day. Because once you get in the stadium, you're spending a lot of money, aren't you?
You've got Newcastle Blue Stand just doing the roads.
Aye.
As well.
It would be a good thing, huh?
Melly, I would share this podcast, but anyone outside the Northeast will think you are speaking a foreign language, maybe Polish. The love of for it, man. You put a Geordie in any reality show, right? If it's I'm a celebrity,
our friends to the north.
Don't start this.
And they'll win it because they love the man. Rashford's new hair looks crap. It's better mine, Katie. Chelsea on Thursday, Melly, at home. It's Wednesday. We'll beat them.
Oh, definitely.
Yes! Cheers, Tom. Sunderland in the Toon in the FA Cup. Did we talk about it, or would we just mention how hard it's going to be? What a tie for Sunderland that is. And you know what it is? I was looking on my Facebook the day when it got announced, right? And all of me pals, every single one of them, buzzing because they got Sunderland. And then when you talk to them, you want you doing and that. You didn't, man. You want them in the Premier League, didn't you? You cannot beat a derby. Doesn't matter about the rest of the...
Poor horses, though. The poor horses.
I don't think the coppers are not going on horses. It's the West Brown Cup. It's a mint try. It is. It's exactly what they want,
It's because Newcastle's going to go and they expect to thrash them, but it doesn't always work.
Derbies don't work like that. It does when it's Man United and Man City. Man United seem to be feared of City, but Sunderland and Newcastle, there's no fear there. There's many a times that we used to watch them, and the Toon would be in the top four, Keegan era, and they'll be playing Sunderland, who were fighting relegation, and they meet on the day, and they get beat 2-1. Like Phillips and Quinn, you remember that? And it doesn't matter
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when it comes to Derby Day. What a day that's going to be. How long have they waited for this?
A few years, like.
How long exactly?
Sunderland's
5, 6
been
years?
yeah.
Maybe it's more.
Mhm.
What's their chances? How many teams in the FA
Yeah,
Cup third round
it is,
draw?
mate. It is.
For them two to get drawn against each other.
So,
Mint.
Mint.
Absolutely mint. It'll be a mint game, that.
Aye.
Will.
It really will.
When's it being played?
6th or the 7th of Jan. On the weekend of the 6th and the 7th of Jan. So the FA Cup comes into play because the Champions League last game is this week.
12th
12th against Bayern for us.
for us.
Week
right?
after for the rest of them. Then they've got the Christmas period, and then the FA Cup starts, and the Carabao Cup end finishes off. Then the
Liverpool,
Champions League
Arsenal.
Liverpool, Arsenal. What a tie that is!
That's a good one.
But Newcastle, Sunderland's a tie of the
Definitely.
run for me. Like,
Aye.
even if you're not, like,
Sunderland's got out loose, have they?
Sunderland's got out loose.
They've
And
got
you know what it
nothing
is?
to
If you
lose.
watch Sunderland, like, they've been poor lately the last couple of
Got
games.
some good
But
young
But prior to
ones,
that, they've got some good young'uns. I would like to see them come back up. Me, in fact, I've got a couple of my pals coming on, Ferry and Ross Hope. They're both Sunderland fans. I asked Jeff Turnbull, but I don't know if Jeff will. Just to do a show with the Sunderland fans, you know, because just to get an insight into like how it's been for them, you know, like when they've dropped down.
Close one there.
They were close last year, they were one game away from being in the.
I spoke to a few people last season though, and they said like they weren't ready. They didn't want to
come
come
up.
because they
They
come
would
up
have went
from
straight
League
back to
One
it. Aye.
the season before, and obviously they had Diallo and stuff from Man United, and they were like, we're not ready for that. Like,
I had a few people that I walked with or something, and they said the same. That
The
they
same.
just weren't ready.
the
Like,
guys
it
like
would've been
it would be
far
great,
It
but
was nice to come up, but
Aye.
we get battered. Aye.
Aye.
Right, lads, that's the end of the podcast show. But just quickly, thanks very much for coming on, both of you.
Let us say hello to Billy before I go. Billy, lad.
In there, young.
Billy, I'll see you soon.
Well, thanks very much for coming on. I've enjoyed it. Good big crack. We didn't know what we were going to talk about to come on, but then I says, look, we've got enough just with the game last night and whatnot, and it's flowed. Your comments have massively helped. We'll enjoy reading them. If you've got any kind of advice for us on what we could do to maybe is better, then please let us know. I'm open to suggestions. And this week we've got me and Gary coming on. I think it's a Thursday again to talk about the upcoming fixtures after we're going down to
I
watch
think there's
Chelsea.
a few midweeks again.
A few midweeks. There's quite a lot of midweeks actually. That's what we should have done. Why didn't we do it earlier? I'll be in touch. Keep an eye on the subs on the YouTube channel, and I'll let you know when it's gonna be. But I'd like to do it before the fixtures started, to be honest with you, because it's got Wednesday, Thursday, and then you've got the weekends and all. We might as well just do. Look, it's good crack, man, isn't it? I enjoy it. But so I'm gonna see you out with this, and I hope you have enjoyed the show. I've got Ray Dunn coming on. He's coming on, I think, Thursday with me and Gary. Ray has been in the junior football and also played a lot of football, and he was coached by one of the best managers around here, Chick Charlton. I don't know if you remember Chick. What a legend that man was. But Ray's
Jimmy
gonna
the water man.
and
Jimmy with a magic sponge.
the magic sponge.
That was walked, didn't it?
It did.
Walked,
It
didn't
did, aye.
Bit wetter. Feed on.
Aye.
You were straight back up, aren't you?
It was amazing what I did.
Oh, it was.
Aye.
Jimmy.
But we've got Ray coming on. We've got so we've got a canny bit coming up. Like, and I'm pleased that you have subscribed. If you haven't already, then please hit the subscription button.
Get it shared
and help us to grow. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
See you later.
I'll leave you with this.
Want to see how that was.